Okay, here we are again. This is our Airbus A321. You can see it here. You can see where we are right now in Zurich again. This is gonna be a very brief flight. Hello, I'm Thomas. I'm the pilot flying the Airbus A321. This flight from Zurich to International Airport back to Zurich International Airport, flight level 250 or 35,000 feet with max speed of 0.785 or 325 knots. Now I'm gonna explain you some of the Airbus A330 system and show you the cockpit at the pre-takeoff preparation. So here we are. I'm gonna show you some of the systems. You can see here the primary flight display with the flight mode annunciator. Here is the airspeed display, the minimum airspeed, and the altitude, the parametric pressure altitude, our heading, based on the magnetic compass, which is 330 degrees. You can see our navigation display. I'm gonna change this one here in the plan here. And maybe display some waypoints here. I'm gonna use the terrain on display, which shows the elevation in the terrain, like mountains around us. Here we can see a little bit of that. Yeah, here we have it. If we make it really bright, it's gonna display better, actually. You can see our heading, our waypoints, our airport over here, our position of the aircraft, and the terrain around us. Okay. We can use this function through here, through the radar panel. Here's the floodlights, our radio management panel over here, which is used to transmit communication to the control tower. VHF navigation, navigation for Lszh, ADS. Here is a CDU display of the flight management and guidance computer, which is used to manage the whole flight of the aircraft, for creating a flight plan, which is displayed over here, using the GPS and the navigation functions of the ADIRU, actually, Air Data and Inertial Reference Unit, which is located over here in the overhead panel. We have other systems here in the overhead panel, and I'm going to be very brief because we have the takeoff right now. And here's the thrust lever for the throttle and for the engines, actually. Here we can increase the engine power. We can see it here in the ECAM for the Airbus, Electronic Centralized Aircraft Monitoring Display. It shows the engine over here, the N1, the front fan rotation speed. Here we can see the modes, the MCT, the toga, go around, and here back to the idle. The N2, this is the high pressure rotation fan speed, the fuel flow, which is 370 kilograms per hour per engine, our exhaust gas temperature of 305 degrees per engine. We can see other warnings here. We can see the speed brakes are extended here. We have the bleed, which is the pressurized air from the engine, and the APU auxiliary power engine, all the outside storage. Here's the engine indications, the fuel use, some extra engine indications. the oil quantity, the PSI, the temperature, and the vibration, and the M2. Here we can see the electrical indications over here. We have alternate current 1 and alternate current 2, which is generator 1 and generator 2, 115 volts, 399 hertz per engine. Because we have our working engines right now, which produce electrical power, which is converted from the AC1 and AC2 transformer rectifier 1 and transformer rectifier 2 into direct current, 39 volts and 37 ampere hours, which feeds the batteries. You can see the batteries here, the DC battery, which is fed by the engine. So we're gonna flip it to the hydraulics. We have hydraulics for each engine, and we have electric hydraulic pumps. We have the green, the blue, and the yellow system for each engine, and it's for the rod and the power transfer unit. But we can talk about this later. Here's a the fuel tank for each wing and the center tank, 1,870 pounds, kilograms actually. Yeah, this is in kilograms, and 1,820 in the center tank. This symbols the squares is the fuel pumps working right now, which is green and vertical lines. If it is not working, it's gonna be horizontal yellow. And this is the same for the fuel transfer valve, which is round circles, which feed the APU and the engine with fuel. And I'm going to tell you later about the other system. We have the APU here, which is closed right now. The conditioned air from the engine. For the APU, the doors are closed right now. The wheel which shows the pressure in the tire. The flight controls, which I'm gonna show you right now. And we have the flight controls. I have to use this right now, which is the side stick used by the Airbus. This is for the thrust, and this is for the landing gear. And this is for disconnecting the autopilot. You can see it turning left and right, rolling the aircraft and pitching up and down the elevator. And we do that by using the flight controls in the wings right here. Banging left and right. This is a speed brake I'm saying right now. And here's the elevator over here. And the horizontal stabilizer and the vertical stabilizer of the radar. I'm using the radar pedals for that. So we're gonna start very soon. I'm gonna show you a little bit the autopilot here. Here's the speed, the heading, which shows the magnetic heading. Our speed for takeoff is gonna be maybe like higher than that. It's gonna be like 150 knots. So we have, when we pull it out, we have the selected function. We can select whatever value we want using the mouse wheel over here. I will increase it a little bit.